Imagine being a master of fire and steel. Years of training, calloused hands, a skill passed down for generations. And then one morning you wake up and your hammer means nothing. The world has moved on. Factories now produce faster, cheaper, louder. That's the blacksmith dilemma. The story of a man who did everything right, only to find out the rules of the game have changed. For centuries, a man's identity was tied to provision. Produce, provide, protect. That was the script. The measure of a man was his paycheck, his labor, his ability to bring home resources. Work hard, get educated, build stability, provide for your family. It was more than economics. It was meaning. It was the foundation of identity. The old promise was clear. If you follow the rules, if you gave your sweat and your time, you'll be valued. But the ground has shifted beneath our feet. We now live in the attention economy, where money doesn't flow from labor. It flows from views, where provision doesn't come from skill alone. It comes from visibility. Passive aesthetic attention has become currency. A smile, a post, a 10-minute video posted in spandex can bring $10,000 a month every month. And by default, not by fault, women are the primary beneficiaries of this new economy. The rules of provision have changed overnight, and many men are left holding a hammer in a world that now values a screen. And so the question rises again and again. How is a man supposed to compete with that? This is not just frustration. This is a cry of despair. A man who mastered the old rule book now finds out the game he trained for is no longer being played. He feels like a blacksmith in the age of the factory. All his discipline, all his training, all his effort, suddenly irrelevant. The stability he was promised has vanished, replaced by an unpredictable system no one taught him how to navigate. And beneath the surface lies a terrifying question. If I can't provide, what am I worth? We've seen this before. In the 1900s, Black men in America lived through a similar displacement. They were told, serve your country, work hard, follow the rules, and you'll be rewarded. But when they returned from war to receive the benefits that they agreed upon, the GI Bill was denied to them. Banks redlined their Black neighborhoods. Signs outside American businesses read, "No Negroes need apply." Black American men weren't just denied income. Black American men were denied identity. Black American men discovered the painful truth. The rules of American provisions were written for others, not for them. And just like today, it wasn't only an economic crisis, it was a crisis of meaning. And this is where the danger lies. When a man says, "How do I compete with that?" It's not jealousy, it's grief. A dangerous internal monologue begins to whisper, if the one thing I was built to do as a man provide is no longer needed, what is my purpose here now? What value do I bring to this family, to this relationship, even to this world? This is the root of resentment, not money, not envy, but fear. The fear of becoming obsolete, not just economically, but functionally within his own home. But here's the truth. The blacksmith dilemma, it's not the end of manhood. It's evolution. The blacksmith could not compete with the factory, but he could become the machinist, the innovator, the craftsman of a new age. And today, men must pivot from provider of resources to provider of presence. Your value is not gone. It's just shifting. Provision today looks like wisdom, stability, vision, mentorship, emotional strength. Not competing with women in their lane, but building new lanes of value in your own. If you don't learn the rules of attention, you'll feel left behind. But if you do, you'll discover something powerful. That provision isn't gone. It's transforming. The blacksmith dilemma is not a death sentence. It's a calling. A reminder that value is never destroyed. It's reinvented. So my friend, the question is not, how do I compete? The new question is, how do I adapt? And if you lean into that question, my friend, you'll find your hammer still has fire in it. Not to build the old world back again, but to forge what comes next.